conferencing and resisting the temptation to go downtown to beautiful Prague. My name is Iddo Friedberg. I'm from Iowa State University. And Twitter handle, hashtags, you know what to do if you have a Twitter account. What is the function COSI? How many of you here have not attended a function SIG before? Have not attended? Oh, wow, quite a few. All right, so welcome. Thank you very much. How many of you here are Kapha participants? And I'll talk about Kapha later. Wow. Okay, great, terrific. So welcome, and thank the Kapha participants for all your hard work. I hope it'll be well rewarded today, actually mostly tomorrow when we give the presentation. So what is the function COSI for you who haven't been here before? Our mission, or we were called the Function Special Interest Group, is to, you disconnected me.
This happened yesterday, so there's a broken connection.
Okay, I can't see anything on my monitor. Now I can, all right. So we are a function SIG to bring together computational biologists, experimental biologists, and biocurators who are dealing with the important problem of gene and gene product function prediction. As we all know, we have, sequencing is cheap, but actually understanding what's going on is more expensive. We held this meeting every year since 2005, mostly with ISMB. This year we had 40, not this year, but over the years we had over 40 preceding publications, many more publications that were related, that were citing Kapha, that were citing us. The first Kapha paper, a critical assessment of function annotations, was published in 2013, already gathered quite a few citations, and the second was published just last year and is growing nicely. So people are really interested in Kapha. What is Kapha? Kapha is the critical assessment of function annotations, and it can be broken down really into two questions. Given a protein, what does that protein do? And given a genome, can we identify a function X or a set of functions X, Y, Z? So it's an ongoing community challenge, which means that we are producing targets for predictions, and that community people are looking at those targets and saying what the predictions are, and then we are assessing them. A lot more about that tomorrow, but I will go a little bit through Kapha today simply because there'll be quite a few Kapha talks, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with Kapha, I don't want you to sit here gazing like, okay, I don't get what's going on. It's a time challenge. It runs over time. Kapha 1 was run 2010-2011, Kapha 2 2012-2013, Kapha 3 just ended, at least the first phase, 2016-2017. Kapha is currently funded by the US National Science Foundation jointly with the UK BBSRC. It's a collaboration. We have experimentalists, we have computational biologists, we have biocurators, all working and funded from these grants. How do we do it? Very briefly, we announced Kapha in September of what we call year 0 or T-1. We give out a bunch of targets and from several species. How we actually choose them will come later, but basically we give out a lot of proteins, 100,000 or more. Over 4 months or so, between this case between September and beginning of February, the Kapha participants predict what these proteins do. Some of them are actually well known, some of them are not. We ask them to predict everything or partially, or can slice it by organism, by whatever. And at the end, we ended up this year with about 147 submissions from 62 groups. I don't have the exact numbers, will come tomorrow. I just pulled that out of a hat this morning. And we collected, Ashley, how many sequences do we have in the assessment? 3,000 or so? Okay, we have about 3,000 or so sequences collected that we actually assessed you on. And again, why only 3,000 out of 100,000 will come later. But basically, those are those that are really unknown. There's a whole lot of organizational and logistics work going on here. We have the biocurators that provide functional annotations, Kapha 2 and Kapha 3, of course. We have the organizers, I'm among them, who direct the experiment. We have the steering committee, who keep us on the straight and narrow. We have the assessors that collect predictions and evaluate the methods. And we have predictors that develop methodology and submit predictions, and the most important ones of all. So some of the Kapha people, I'd just like to give credit where credit is due. Casey Green, Sean Mooney, and Predrag Radivojac are here. Casey isn't here, but Sean and Pedja, can you stand up? Hey, say hi. Are collaborators on the organization. Claire O'Donovan, are you here? She's here somewhere. Hey, Claire. And Maria, who couldn't make it, from the BBSRC, from the UK side. Connie Jeffrey from UIC is also a target provider. And Deb Hogan and Giovanna Bosco from Dartmouth College are the experimentalists who provide us with whole genome screens. Deb Hogan from Pseudomonas and Candida, Giovanni from Drosophila. We also have the steering committee that keeps us on the straight and narrow. I don't think any of them are physically present in this room at the moment. Christine, you here? No. Okay. And these are the people who actually do the real work, okay? Because, we as professors just talk a lot, but it's the students who really do, and postdocs who really do all the real work. So Ashley Joe is here, right? And Yu Xiang, he will be here at some point. Tim Bergquist from Sean Mooney's lab, who did a lot of work on the website and the whole assessment and the whole submission issue. And George from EBI, who helped with target generation and curation. The organization credits go to Mark Bloss, who's here. Mark, say hi. And Casey, who will be here later, chairing tomorrow. And we also like to thank the International Society of Computational Biology for their 12 years of ongoing support. We have great keynote talks. Today we have John Molt, who is probably one of the world experts on how to correctly run critical assessments. He's been doing several for a while now, and he's done one of the first ones in biology, the critical assessment of structure prediction. We'll talk about that today. Tomorrow we have Hagit Shatkai from the University of Delaware, who will talk about the use of text mining in computational function prediction. So please stick around. These are going to be great talks. Finally, I'd like to congratulate the 2017 NSF Travel Award recipients. If you are here, please stand up so that people will see you. Yeah? Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, congratulations to all. There's a group photo today at 4 p.m. Just here. Please be here. We'll do that. And with that, we can start the meeting. Any questions so far, procedural or otherwise? Okay, so our first speaker